What it do, people? What it do? I hope I. You know what? I'm hella dumb because I didn't check that I hit the right stream. Okay, I did. That would have been super, super funny if I hit the wrong stream, but I got it, so we're good. What's strange though is that Ecamm is showing me stuff from the stream I did prior. So that's crazy. Let me check something out here. Anyway, today's Q&A. So if you have questions, let's get that to happen and then we'll be good to go. All right? Cool. All right, it's working. Yo, it's crazy. I'm like, normally it resets the chat, like takes away the stuff that was there from this morning, but it stayed there, so that kind of threw me off for a second. Anyway, if you got questions, throw them in there. I'm gonna make a couple minor adjustments. In the beginning, the stream might be a little goofy because I am uploading a file to Luis, and sadly, it's 88% done, so I don't want to pause it or stop it because I don't want it to break it. And no, Paul, you're not in the wrong Zoom. I ain't start the Zoom yet. There's only one Zoom. It never changes. You get it from the members only page. So let me go get that. When he out of what's that word called? Commission for quite a minute. It just takes a second to get back in the swing with the things. Anyway, so it seems strange, bro. It's like the first time I'm streaming in a hot, hot minute. Hot sun in the city. Anyway, let me grab this. And I have some ideas of things that we can do while we wait for you to throw questions in. Let me do that. Hit the dream button. One thing I discovered, um, which I am not a fan of, so Luis and I both use short links to get to various portions of like these Zoom meetings. And when you paste those into EFZ, it does not unfold the rebrandly links, which is problematic. I don't know if that could be fixed, but I'll ask K and G when we get there. But yeah, the link that's in the members only section is the link for the Zoom if you guys want to come in. So I would like to know how to use Streamlabs with Ecamm effectively. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. And Ty, you know where to get the back channel link right from the members only page. It's back there. Let me go open up Streamlabs and I'll show you because it's actually bone dead easy. Um, I struggle with this because I do know that it works. I watch many, many people do it. I know that, for instance, if we do one, and I'll show you the super chat one because that's the easiest one, and it pops up and it works, that it definitely can trigger. It kind of can trigger the waterfall of super chats, which is fantastic for helping you monetize your streams, so forth, so on, and etc. The only thing is, like for me, my brain is already jacked up. It throws me. It throws me for a walloping. So let me go in there. Well, actually, I'll wait for her to get upstairs because I don't. I want to show her while she's here. So we're gonna keep Ty's question. But for those of you who don't know, I guess I can go to the main page real quick because I don't believe I'm logged in, so you can see STREAMLABS. So Streamlabs is a myriad things. They recently even invented their own. Well, not with this Streamlabs desktop is basically a prettified or polished version of OBS, but it's not a good polished version of OBS. It's still kind of dookie. Um, but basically, some of the stuff that they do is they give you various plugins. You can do some discover features. You can do things like multi-stream. You can have Streamlabs is a mobile live streaming platform, so it's kind of like Ecamm for your phone. They have a whole bunch of myriad things in here. The one that we go to the most, let me log in real quick, would be the alert box. And so you're going to log in with YouTube, Knocked it out real quick. Bing, bing, bing. Click, click, click. All right, and so we're going to go here, and then we're going to go here. And then so it's going to pull up a back end page. And you guys will see that in a second. Okay, so this is where we're going to be. And then I'll save the rest for Miss T when she gets here. I just need to be logged in anyway, so that kind of saves us some time. Interesting situation right now is our buddy Luis has been making some really, really cool things with the old 3D printer action. And so you guys know I bought this Scatus board. It's over there on the wall. I have a mini one that I made a prototypical over here. And so this basically, you can just buy these from IKEA, or you can send Paul to the wrong address to get them. But you basically hook these in here like such, and then boom, you got this little doohickey, and it's really, really strong. So what Luis made, this little part that he designed, is kind of gangster because on the bottom of most of my cameras, I use an L grip, and that's because my hands are fat, and so I want the grip to be slightly bigger. And even with this, my hand is still too big for this little Japanese-made camera, but it puts on this little plate at the bottom. Head camera back here. So that little plate, as you can see, has like a V wedge. That's known as an Arca Swiss plate. Most of my tripod plates are Arca Swiss compatible. And that just is a fancy word for means it's 70 millimeters. And it just allows you to easily adapt to any tripod. So, for instance, I don't have a tripod handy. I can grab, like this is an Arca Swiss tripod mount. And I know for a fact that my camera just fits right in there. And then you give it a little twirly twirl. And then the camera sticks. So I don't have to go chasing a little plate for the bottom of my tripod because I buy pretty much all Arca Swiss tripod plates. So any of my plates from any of my tripods will fit basically any of my tripods because they're all Arca Swiss compatible. It's literally one of the first things I look for, ARCASWISS. So they all fit. It doesn't matter whether it's PGY Tech, Peak Design, Ulanzi, Benro, whomever. They're all the same. Okay? So the reason why I do that is I don't have to think about, don't do that. I don't have to think about if it's going to fit on my plate, right? I just know it's going to work. So I buy these because they protect the bottom of the camera. They're super lightweight. They're not very heavy. Let me pull one out the drawer. I got hundreds of them. So here's one. This is for a different camera. This is for the small Fuji. But it has that little V-lip on the bottom there, which makes it Arca Swiss compatible. So Luis did was design this in 3D, so you could just take this little guy and then like hook it, and then you can stick your camera on the board, and then your cameras can stay mounted on the wall. And then when you need one, you just lift up the little bracket, slide it off, and then off to the races. So this is the kind of cool stuff. Move out the way, strap. Get out the way. Get out the way. Y'all Biggie Smalls just got popped. Don't knock down the fake Arca Swiss wall. And then I can just take my camera and then boom. So I can mount all my camera ers on the wall like such instead of having them in the drawer. And I personally won't pull my camera off the Swiss plate on the wall because then I'll pull the whole thing down. But I'll just take the little bracket off, take this off, throw the bracket back. So this is actually pretty incredible. So big ups to Luis for designing some cool stuff. But the reason why I bring that up is not for you guys to bug Luis and be like, hey, send me one of those. It's for you to understand, like I'm always talking about flexing your creativity in any way you can. So if you get stuck, like not knowing what to make for your channel, be like Gretchen and grab a paintbrush and go paint something. Get a sketchbook, go write something, grab the guitar, start strumming. I tell people all the time, if you're an ideation person, um, God, let's not talk about people's weird ass ideologies right now. Get your guitar and strum it while you're trying to come up with topic ideas. Because it turns out that something about creating musically, learning another language, makes your brain absorb info better. Right? So Luis don't have a guitar or a drum set or a piano, but he has 3D printer. It's the same thing. While you're doing that, your brain starts to develop those juices it takes to get creative, and then you'll find out creative things to do for your channel. It's why you always come up with really good ideas in the damn shower where you can't do nothing about it, because 9 times out of 10, the water is covering your whole body sensation, so your brain gets disconnected temporarily from your aches and pains or whatever, and your brain starts to wander in the shower, and then you loosened it up. So go to Amazon, and I forgot, it's called Aqua Notes. It's a posted pad you can put in the shower that writes in water, and then you can like write those ideas down while you're in there. Me, I just say, hey Siri, add this. Ooh, shut up. I say, hey, what her face is, add this to a note, and it'll just generate a note because I have a HomePod in the bathroom, right? If you got an Echo Dot in the bathroom, whatever, tell it to say this back to you in 15 minutes so that you don't forget it. You know what I mean? Then it just pop on and just write it down. Aqua Notes is a good way. Leave a note on your phone is a good way. Yell it out to somebody in your house. Hey, remind me to do this after I get out. Because trust me, your brain comes up with these things when you temporarily disconnect it from things. So I think the idea of Luis making these kind of joints in something that's not directly related to his channel or his YouTube or whatever will spark his channel, because you somehow you come up with the best creative ideas when you're not trying. When you start trying too hard, and I don't know what it is about it, maybe Los knows because Los is a brain genius. When you start trying too hard, your brain can't do it. So it's best to walk that frick away from it for a minute and then go do something else creative and come back. And believe it or not, all of you guys that are wasting your creativity on excuses, you're actually harming it, because although you're thinking of something else, you're also telling your brain that you don't have the ability to succeed. And I just don't think that's a good fit for your brain. You know what I mean? If you keep telling your brain it can't do something, sooner or later you finna be right. So I'm gonna keep telling my brain I'm a gangster even when I'm not. And my new thing, I just thought of this recently, and you guys might have heard me say it on my channel. Even if you think all of the crazy stuff I say is absolute BS, imagine the difference if you tried to do something that's absolute BS that's positive for you, or you keep listening to all the negative stuff, even if suppose it's true, right? You know somebody from books or movies or TV or real life that think that they can do more than they can actually do. But you know what? That person's a hero because they think they can do something. We tend to make fun of those people that think that they can fly or think that they can talk to the animals or think those people are trying. One of these days, they're going to be something in popular science. This Dr. Doolittle mofo figured out how to talk to a dog. And then we all going to be like, what? You know, it might be a thing that they wear on their neck or a thing that we wear in our ear that helps, you know, translate barks into words or whatever. Who knows? But I have more faith in the person that will try something that crazy than the person that constantly tells themselves what they can't do. To me, that's just crazy. Why do you keep telling yourself what you can't do? That makes about as much sense as breast on a bullfrog. Sorry, Ty. She just like, what the hell, Doc? The look on her face is magic right now. All right, let's go over to this browser here. I told you, I'm going to finish showing her what I was going to show her. Boom. Wait, there's a dog translator app for show. It don't work on what's his name, Sibilance. It don't work on him. He's stubborn. He hard headed. He just run around and bang into stuff. He's a big old dog. Yeah, you know what they say. Ooh, why'd you do that, man? The Mac thing where you move Windows to the corner and it just decides to embiggen the whole screen. It drives me freaking insane. I'm gonna turn that off. You know they say that the dog basically acts like the owner, right, Ty? So if you if you mad at him for being a hardhead, I just want you to know. Let's see, what are we doing? We're doing YouTube, and let's do Stupid Chat. That's a good one. Okay, so there's the current one. It says Kevin made a super chat, right? That's what the little preview looks like. New subscriber, Kevin, right? Now, this outlay you might not have. This is one that I think I downloaded from not owned, OWEN 3D, that's one. And you go to alerts and you go to YouTube alerts. And then so you can get them from here. You can make your own as well. You don't have to buy these things. But if you just want to like sample something, you can go here and you can buy these. God, what was the other one? It's not owned. I forgot where I bought the other one from. Let me see. I completely forgot where I bought it from. It's been so many years. Was it Stream Elements? Ray is mad old. Nerd or die. There you go. Sorry, I didn't mean to just yell at y'all. So you want to go to like Stream Alerts, and then YouTube. Most of these are made for like Twitch, so that's why I kind of gave up on them too. I was just like, man, this is a lot of work for some BS. I think the one I bought was actually called Alerts, but they're here, and once you see what they are, you can kind of make them. This is gonna sound real crazy. You could even just download some like a free pack or a cheap pack, and then take it to Chat GPT and tell it to help you like fix it. But let's just say it's something like this. I like minimal. I don't think they need to be crazy. So this just basically shows you what they look like. So you can download these, or they're just basic ones that are built in to here. And if I remember correctly, like you can enable this, you can say how you want an image above the text over the image, and that gives you a preview what that looks like. Oh, this one's not going to change because we have a loaded one. But you can do like you can do image over text over image, or image to the left, right? Text over image would be the most common, right? And then you can say the name just subscribed. You know what I mean? So that's cool. Let's say we want to add something else. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit my little mahalo, throw in a little fingy. All right, boom. So then let me see if that catches on the preview. No, because again, this is using the sort of built-in one. But I'm gonna see if I can make that switch. I can do add a variation, and we're gonna call this No, I don't want to even do that. I want to create a brand new one. This has been so long. Thank you for asking me this question, because it's been like a hell of a long time since I've done this. Let's select a video or image file. So we can go here and let's add an image. I'll do this one. And then you can pick an audio file. Like you have some that are built in here. You can add your own, right? There's little, wait, can you preview it? There it is. There's the preview button. I can't hear any of this. What's going on? It's not playing. Let's do echo chords. See what that does. And you can adjust like how loud it is. You can pick the fonts down here. Like if you have a font, so you can say whether it fades in, fades out, all of the above, and then you can pick the background color. So like I wanted to match my stream. So what I can do is come here, get my colors from SIP. Hey, my SIP panel is missing. Haha. I will just do this. Go to Ecamm. Bring up the text color box doohickey. Click upon this. I'm just getting my my color from Ecamm. Get out the way, y'all. Get out the way, y'all. Yo, why are you being like this today? He is having problems. What's up, Obs? So let's come over here into the perps action. Let's wait right here. Okay. I need to figure out how to get rid of the overlay. So let's just save those for now. And then, oh, there's the themes. Here we go. The theme I was using called Borderline. So I'll just go to default. That'll clean it back up and put it back to the clean one. So there it is. Now we got it. Now we are cooking with Pam. Okay, so let's put this on purple. Bring it over here and make it dark. There would be the image. And if you hit preview, that would be what it would look like. Right? But I'm going to change this image to put this one. There you go. And then I could take the sound. Ooh, the site is muted. That's what I unmute this site. That's what it is. So then you can come in and pick the sound. So you got all myriad sorts of sounds. These are all dumb. I would go get huge. I would go get my own sound from somewhere, and you just add it. Oh, Luis, I need that houseway, but I sent it to you and I deleted it, so I don't have that one. But that one would be funny, right? So you can just go in here, you find sort of any one of these ones that sort of match you. I have the one that I did for members chat over here. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, don't do this one. That would get you in trouble with Jeremy. Don't do chocolate salty balls. This is a recording of the... Don't do that. Yeah, remember I sent you that houseway. I made that I made that file for you and then I threw it away. I wish I kept it and be like houseway. It's so funny. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the regular one for now because otherwise I'll sit here and crack out, and I don't want to crack out. All right, so now we can check what it looks like. Right? You could even I think you could turn off the background completely. But let's just call it that. So all you need to do once you build it here, however you want to build it, is you want to go and you do not want to show this on stream. So that's why it has a little eyeball. You click over here and it'll copy the widget URL. Okay? You don't want to show this on screen because then people can mess with your thing. So then you're going to come back to Ecamm. Houseway. And then you're going to press this. And you're going to press the globe. And you're going to go here, and then you can do Streamlabs or whatever. And I'll leave it at 1280 by 720. Actually, no, I won't. I'm going to change it to 1920 by 1080 like I always do because good habits are good habits. And then say keep running, right? So here's the part that's a pain in the butt. You come back to this page, and then, oh, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to pick this up and I'm put it in show in all scenes. Then I'm going to go back to browser and I'm going to do the test so that I can size it. And we're going to go YouTube and then let's go like super chat. Oh, that was the wrong one. It wasn't super chat, it was subscriber. Hey, how did you not update what I just told you to do? Oh, you know why? You got to press save. Doit. He's so silly. Okay, I think it saved it. There you go. All right, so when you press test over here, and if I go back to this scene, I'm pressing test, this button right here, and I'm coming down and I'm doing test subscribers, right? In order to make this work. So when I press that, this is what happens on Ecamm. So when I go back to the main screen here, I can figure out where I want to put it, how you want to like adjust it. And I think I can do the duration. I'm going to make the duration hella long so I have a way to size it how I want it, but then I'll put it back to like short when I'm done. So now I'm going to go here and press subscribers. And then now I can use this little box here to like adjust, and then put it like that. And then I can put it there. So now we know where it goes. Now that font is super stupid. So I would go back to over here and it'll eventually fall off. I moved the duration to like mad long up here. I moved it to like 132 seconds, but you can adjust that to however you really want it to be. I think a good super chat length is probably about 30 seconds. And I use a weird number like 33. And then you can do the text delay. So it takes like 2 seconds after it pops up. And then I'll change this Open Sans because that's not a cute font at all. They probably don't have my font in here, which is why, that's the one advantage to buying these things is you can actually get, fonts that you're looking for. And this font scroller thing is like long and useless. Will it jump for me? Nope. See, I hate that. I hate when you type. Oh, it does jump a little bit. So Montserrat is there. I'll use this Montserrat because it's close to Mount, which is my font. And then I want to get a preview. All right, that's better. The text highlight color, I would use my lighter purple. Paul is talking to himself on the, oh, he's on the phone. I was like, what is he talking to? I thought he was talking to me. Okay, let's preview that. So we're just designing. Then there you go. So that would be it. You can, if you're really cool, which is why I'm saying you could take the Chat GPT. So I could take that URL and throw it in the Chat GPT and tell it like design it better. Again, this picture could be anything that you want. The sound can be anything that you want. And you just come in here and sort of build it how you want. So that covers the subscribers, right? If I want to make a new one, I can add another variation and like go down to members, right? So let's save these changes. And then when somebody joins the membership, this is what it looks like now. And of course, we do not like that. So let's go and add something. Like I'll do this. Boom. And then preview that. That's way too small. Again, you can do image to the left, which is weird, right? Again, the whole font situation is dumb, and unfortunately, this thing isn't super brilliant about like remembering what you had when you make the various variations. So this works, but it's a lot of work. It's not difficult. It's just step heavy. You know what I mean? So I will make this one last about 22 seconds. Do the text delay of like only 1 second. And then I will do image. I'm going to do text over image. And then I'm going to upload a new image. So I'm going to go to my little computer here, and I'm going to find an image that would be funny for this. This is really stupid. Nobody make fun of me. Ooh, I'm going to cheat real quick. I'm going to edit the image super fast. 1 second. Come here. How can I do this? All right, save that image. And then I'm gonna upload an image. I think I could just drag it in there. No, you can't. Dang it. Why don't you make them draggable? Click or drag to upload. You just said that, and then you wouldn't let me drag it in. Oh, I don't like this PNG. Maybe because it's too big. Let me shrinkify this PNG. Let's go to tools, adjust the size. Let's make it 500 tall, 600. And then save it again. And then now, see if that'll work. Or maybe it just doesn't like PNGs. We'll see. Okay, that worked. I'll put in a real stupid image. What's really cool now is because of ChatGPT, you can actually go ham and get really cool images. So we're going to select this image. And then we're going to do text over image and then do a preview. That's so stupid. That is super stupid. That is beyond stupid. Yeah, that is beyond stupid. I like it. Okay, so then I can save this. And so, yeah, it's really weird too. I wonder if there is a deeper control where I could change the text. Because I don't like the verbiage is wrong. But anyway, so that one would work. I could save that. And I don't think I have to add a new alert box. I think the alert box is the same. So if I come here and I press members, yeah, it works. Okay, so there's that. This is a test YouTube membership. Okay, cool. So then you would go to the next one, which would be Super Chat. And then you would add a different picture. Let's see what else stupid stuff I got in my computer. Let's see, what do we have in here that's super stupid? Nailed it! Oh, that's funny. I wonder if that one will work. Okay, so let's try something else. Let's go to, that was members. Let's do Super Chat. All right. And then we want to change this. Click on this. And will it take this or is this too big? Oh, it'll take it. Oh my God, this is cool. All right. So we're going to say that. And then we want to do image above the text. That was cool. And let's make it last like 22 seconds. And then let's try to preview. Oh, no, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Didn't I select this? All right. No, let's try to preview again. Nailed it! Oh, that dude's a beast! Oh! Nailed it! Oh, that dude's a beast! Oh! It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Nailed Stop it. Stop it. Oh, Stop that it. Dude's a beast. Stop oh! It. Stop it. Nailed it. Oh, my God. Oh, that dude's Stop a it. Beast. Go away. Nailed it. Why is it doing more than once? Beast. Make it stop. Make it stop. Okay. Oh, God. That's super funny. It's super funny. Oh, my God. That is super, super funny. Oh, I guess what I would do is change the duration to whatever the duration of this is. Nailed it! Okay, I got it. So I would come over here and change this duration to 6 seconds because it's 5 seconds. And then that should make it not go crazy. So let's take this back off, see if it works. Oh, I changed the thing like a dummy. Hold on. Let's put it back. I want to see if this one works because that's hilarious. Nailed it! Oh, that dude's a beast! Oh! Nailed it! Oh! There you go. So I want to make this like 5.5. Oh, I didn't save it yet, David. So I don't know if it's going to work. You was ahead of the game. Now that I saved it, let's see what happens. All right, so I saved it, and if anybody else, you don't have to, but if anybody else want to be like David and try it, it should work now because I updated it. And Aubrey, you're eating something. It looks delicious. Let me test this real quick. Wait, that's the member one, Dingo. Go to press YouTube and stupid chat. Nailed it! Oh, that dude's a beast! Oh! Nailed it! Oh! That's so funny. Oh my God. That is super, super funny. Yo, Nisei almost jumped out of my chair. So yeah, I mean, you can see, Ty, this is super easy, right? It's just a matter of playing around and getting creative. On Brandon's channel, he uses a Dave Chappelle joint. There you go. That worked. See, but then I have to open my box because Paul's name is too long. So that's the hard part, is like figuring out the flow. And I really don't like their font choices and stuff. So I got to sit in here and play around. And I would definitely change the audio for the sound. So for instance, I would go over to like Artlist because you know how he be. Oh, why are you not logged? Man, every time Chrome updates, it logs you out of everything. Oh, I see. Big Dog just decided to show up and be our friend. But now he tired. He just going to sit there and look, oh, like a good boy. We know that you're a rascal and you'll be pulling the whole cage. Look at him. He's looking at the camera right now. He's going to do something rascal in a minute, like move that whole cage across the living room. That's super cool. So, Tora, here's the... Take it, Paul. Here's the problem for me. My ADD is way too triggering for that. There you go, David. Thank you. There you go. So now David's worked. I don't know why the picture didn't pop up, but it worked that time. That's super funny. So yeah, that's basically how you do it. Let me go get a different sound format. That'll be bad. Nope. I need something traff music all night long. Musical, realistic, no. I want sound effects. Genery. Boings and dings. I like it. Alerts. There's a good one. All right, so you click on alerts. And again, all of your music guys have these. Stupid. That was dumb. Oh, that was going to be loud. Nope. I kind of just want like a guitar riff or something like that. Let's do... Maybe that'll work. No, that's not what I'm looking for. No, let's take this out. Let's take out impact. Let's take out alerts. Yeah, you could use Sonos Suno as well. I have Suno. I like these. I'll probably build my own, honestly. Because like here's what I'll show you what I mean. They have a bunch of these inside Artlist because I've used them before. There you go, something like that. You are now listening to the sounds of WTF. What the F radio? So yeah, you got these. I have a whole bunch of these on CDs around here from when I used to make radio commercials. Yeah, anyway, so you got that. And then for mine would be more like this. And that's a long ass loop. Shut up. Yeah, so these are good. It matches more kind of like my stream style. And then you can just shorten it to whatever you need, right? So like these are all good. These are kind of long, but those would totally work for what I would use for something for me. Perfect. Anyway, so you just grab a sound from there, just upload it, and that was it. So did that answer your question, Miss Ty? Oh, now she on the phone. See? All right, so Paul, hey Gigi, where's Gigi? There's Gigi. Yo, we had the most bestest, awesomest, funnest time at the event last week. It was an absolute blast. Everybody in Mexico knows Gigi. So if you go to Cancun, go with Gigi. Because then if they do something crazy, she just give them that look. And then it gets solved. Like that. She like, ¿Qué pasó, brother? And it's over. It's just fixed. So it was an absolute blast. We had fun. My knee still hurts because Gigi insisted that we dance on Thursday. And Luis can tell you how that goes. But it was an absolute blast. We legit had the best time. So thank you, Gigi, for the event. It was super, super dope. I saw that Grandpa Paul had a question. Where'd it go? It says, I have a question about Gemini gems. I have some code, but I want your help to explain it. Okay. You need to come on, Paul, for that to work? Hold on. All right.
Pass you the code. I'm using personas now, tasks and content to create the Gemini gems. And as you know, I get a few questions occasionally on videos, and I'm trying to get this to work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let me just pass you the code I've written. It basically, Zoom won't let me send the whole code. It's 2,726.
Yeah, Zoom is dumb like that. You can share the, you can probably share the page. if that makes sense.
Not in gems, I don't. Can I share it?
I haven't messed with
Can't.
Gemini gems, but I can figure anything out.
Well, look, let me just do this old school, and I'll send it in three. You'll get the gist of it.
Yeah.
So let me take it to there.
All right.
Search
So
quit.
we're going to here. So you can see it says you can build custom expert with gems.
Right, there's the first part.
Oh, this is cool. I haven't even messed with this yet.
Where did I get to? YouTube, how to repair.
I already have Gemini. Upload your own files. Give the context and resources you need. So it's basically
Well,
the same as
maybe
making
you
a
can write.
GPT.
Maybe you'll be able to write it better than I've done. What I'm doing is giving it an email or a customer's comment from YouTube. And what it does is it goes and searches the whole of your YouTube channel for the best responses to give to that customer. So it answers the customer's question and then also retrieves the YouTube videos from your channel.
Okay, so here's why that
So a
won't work.
customer,
No, I got what you're doing. This is brilliant, by the way, but here's why it won't work today. I'm only saying today because it won't be long before it absolutely works. The deep research pool models can't go through your entire contextual library, especially not when your library is as big as yours. So
it can.
it can do a precursor research, but it doesn't have it stored as a tome, if that makes any sense. Because I just did this with the not Canvas. Oh my God, what's it called? My brain just went dumb. AI Studio, right? With Gemini Studio, had to do something like, take a look at this video, analyze the video, and tell you like ways to improve it, which totally works. But it will go out and it will search, but the amount of stuff that you're giving it to search at one time is going to like smack the living shit out of all million tokens before it through the first 20 videos. Your videos are pretty
Well,
short,
I
but yeah, go ahead.
I've been putting test questions in to it, and it's actually on some topics, it's actually retrieving the YouTube video. So if I ask it, for example, customer's question, I have a Beko oven, it's not heating in the main oven. Are you able to help me, please, Paul? It writes the response and then goes into my YouTube channel and finds the correct videos that I would send them. But it's not doing it every time.
Because the context answer is too big. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I get that it knows how to do it, but I don't know. I can't even describe how to. I can't describe how to do this in a common sense format. If you were not God, please don't go backwards. But if you were a person with like 50 videos, it would probably know the answer every time. The amount of videos that you have is a massive library, and at the moment, and I don't think it's very long. We're talking a couple of months. At the moment, it doesn't know how to read your entire library, so that's why it's hit or miss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to get
Yeah.
there. It's totally going to get there. But right now, I feel like it's hit or miss because. All right, so I'm going to take your gym and then come here. Where's the damn chat? Oh, you jerk. Copy that. Yeah, I think the amount of info that you're asking it to go through when
Well, I've only sent you part of it. It's 300 odd 3,000 characters. I couldn't get it all through.
dude, come on. Apple Notes is being a jerk. All right. All right, so you're an AI assistant. Here, let's go back to this page. And we're going to take the context.
I really like the way these gems are really starting to become something, because you can have preset gems for each job.
Yeah, it's not dissimilar from building a custom GPT. Did you tell it to bless up the context?
Oh, it answers the customer's question
That wasn't
perfectly.
what. That's not my question. Did you tell it to take these instructions and fix them for you?
Yes, I've
Okay.
tried that a few times and it comes back with different variations.
Okay.
But this is only, I wish I could send you the lot. Blooming Zoom.
I'm just fixing it to see if it acts differently on my channel because I have way less videos than Paul. I still have about 1,500, but
I've got it set to give 3 responses. And if it doesn't find anything relevant, then it basically says either for me to manually add it, or
yeah. So
for
I was gonna say,
to
why
the
not manually
customer.
add it? That was legit.
Well, I'm trying to speed things up. The problem is I get quite a few questions coming in.
Yeah, I got it. All right, that's kind of sort of right. Let's do that, and then. Do you have a bunch of your transcripts that you can put into a big PDF?
When you no, I don't use I'd have to create them.
Yeah, so I have a ton of my transcripts. I could take all of those transcripts and say convert these into a PDF. And then I could take that PDF and load it here and it would just make it all the more better. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it means by getting this reference file. So, for instance, I'm gonna just make a new thing right here. Every video that I make, because I use Auphonic, I have one of these. So there's my transcript. Every single video since like year and a half. They're really, really small, right? These transcripts are super, super small. So I could just take like 50 of them and then say convert it to a PDF. And it will just open it up in preview as a PDF. And I can feed it that PDF. And that is the context of like what I talk, how I talk, so forth, so on, etc. Uh, answer there you go. So let's save the gym. Start the chat. And then let's go to the channel nude and go to comments. Let's take Roy's comment because Roy won't get mad. And then I want to write a response to this comment. Make sure that the response also gives a nice tip or call to action for something that the user can do next in order to continue the success of whatever they talk about. I just did that. Oh, I know what it did. Sorry, that's why I did it. Sorry, when I told my super thing to pull the comment, it just repeated what I said twice, if that makes sense, because it filled up my clipboard. This is different from what you've been using, Paul D.
Sorry, explain that again.
No, I'm talking to the Paul.
The younger Paul.
You guys are so dumb. Anyway,
Yeah, that one's a great one for pulling transcripts. So you just take the YouTube video, dump it in there, and it will give you the transcripts.
I use Glasp also for transcript. All the transcript makers, people don't get stuck on which one is better. They're all the same because they all use Whisper. It's just a matter of interface and pricing and however you like your socks popped. They all basically use Whisper. Some are better than others, but for the most part, they're the same. David said, "Thanks, Paul and Paul." Oh, dude, why YouTube mouse?
Which Paul is first in that, David?
He's so dumb. He's so dumb. Okay, so the answer he gave, that's fantastic. Wonderful to hear live streaming has positively impacted your confidence, extending beyond the camera to public speaking. Embracing mistakes on camera is a powerful approach. It makes you relatable and human. Here's a tip that might help you continue this positive momentum. Consider joining a local public speaking group or workshop. This can provide a supportive environment for further hone your public speaking skills in front of a live audience, receive constructive feedback. Many find that the skills learned in live streaming is like thinking on your feet and engaging with your audience translate very well to in-person speaking. Keep that adrenaline rush going. So that is actually a good answer, and it doesn't sound not too dissimilar from me, but I would flex it up and make it just a wee bit gangster. But it's a good answer. And if I were to send that answer and Roy didn't know me the way that Roy knows me, because I didn't tease him or bitch about his southern accent, he would think that was a like straight up, I generated this comment. The problem with using Roy as an example is Roy and I are friends. And so he could be like, there's no shade, there's no hate, there's no anger, there's no teasing his southern font speaking. So that was the only thing that I would have to add to that. So again, that's just pulling the comment straight from a thing. But what you're doing, and again, I understand you can't give the whole gem context, is
I sent it you on your Gmail account.
It doesn't have the ability to pull all the rest of the work, which is go find the stuff. But and again, so you have Gem Pro, right? Did you give up on ChatGPT Pro? Or you still have it?
No, I gave up on it. I'm not like yourself, or I've got to learn one. It's better to learn one and learn it well rather than trying to use multiple.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I was just wondering because from my current knowledge of what's going on this week, Gems is the best output this week for agentic answers, but it does flip every couple of weeks. So let's face
it, if one gets better than the other's going to catch up and overtake.
100%. There's no reason to go crazy and keep switching. It fixes itself legit every couple of weeks. So I don't think that you have to do anything crazy in that standpoint. I'm really, really scared at the end of this when we're almost done. I'm going to try to drag cameras, but hopefully the update fixed it, but I don't want to attempt it because the last time I went to go drag a camera, it broke everything. I think the agents are, again, getting much better at this, but it's not fully there the way you kind of want it for what you're doing. But I think you're in the right ballpark. I think the example that you're trying is absolutely brilliant. And this is funny and no shade intended at all. Coming from where you've been working with this for the last year or so, the confidence and the idea to just dive in and start smashing gem buttons, you deserve mad shots. You deserve mad shots for that.
I'm finding the easiest way to actually create things like personas, context, and everything else is to give as you said, you hit the nail on the head the other day, which was talk to it as a friend.
Yep.
Just say, look, I need help creating a gem. I want to do this. How can we go about it? And then say, right, you've missed out this, you've missed out that. Could we readdress that? And have two Geminis open. One that you actually ask it the questions, and the other one that you're creating.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And so, dude, AI Studio, which is also Google right now, is phenomenal. It's worth the play around if you haven't played with that. Let me show you real quick just some of the stuff that you can do with it. What I like about AI Studio is it gives you templates to jump off if you don't know what to do, right? So the link is aistudio.google.com. I'll give you this. And again, it is free. If you have paid, you just get more fun. That's all there is to it. Like it literally is free. But this is the AI Studio guy. So here is some of the things you can do. You can do native image generation. You can do Google search. You can do explore applets, which is sort of like what you're attempting to do. And then you can figure out how to use the API. You also have this thing called the stream, which is basically the same as using like ChatGPT. But what happens is you open up the mic and you just talk to it and it does things. You could open up the webcam and it can watch what you're doing and figure out things from there, or you can set up a live screen share. So these are a couple of things that you can do with this. You can pick the model that you want from over here. Then you can do video generation, which I still think needs a little bit of work, so I don't really mess with that too much. You can come in here and build apps. So you want to build a dictation app. You want to build, this is funny, Gemini 95. It looks like Windows 95. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here that you can play around with. Flashcard maker. Anybody who's trying to learn something, prep for an exam, come in here, have it generate you some things. And so I just went to chat. And then I think the model that I like right now is the Gemini Pro Preview 5-6, right? That's the good. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to go to the old content. And then I'm going to take this link right here and I'm going to say, get a shareable link. Boom. That's the link to my video. All right. Decent. And I want to go back to, where'd you go? Bingo. So I'm going to say, and I'm just talking right now because I don't type. You know I suck. I want you to take a look at this video, deeply analyze it, and give me 3 things that I can work on to make this video better. Also, give me 3 spots where I nailed it and I did it well. Once you've done that, give me 5 other topics that I can create videos for to expand upon this topic as a way of completing this as a video series. Bingo, bango, pickle, mango. By using this feature, you confirm that you have the necessary. Yeah, of course I got the necessary rights to the content. It's me, yebbish. All right, so I paste in a video, and then I say run. I can't keep running away. Like, this thing is so dope. Like, you could do this with your podcast. You could just take a transcript and say, read the transcript and do it. But this thing is actually speed watching the video, which is crazy. The other thing I like about this is it telling me that it's going to take 215,000 tokens in order to run that. And that's just kind of like money. You get like $1 million for the day. So I can do 4 9-minute videos with this. Well, almost 5, but yeah. If you crank the temperature up, that use more or less tokens. You can say whether you want the output structured or if you're going to, do anything with it. But it's basically, let me see if I can embiggen the text a little bit because there's no way y'all old people can read that. All right, boom. Oh, dude, it's coming through. Damn, these are my speed reading capability said this is sick as shit. Okay, so let me tell you what it came up with so far. All right, Aubrey has left the building. These are the thoughts. It went through and it thought about it. If you want to know how it thought about it, you can see what it did, analyze the video, identify 3 areas for improvement, suggest 5 follow-up videos. First pass, watch and get the general impressions. Second pass, do a focused analysis, strengths and weaknesses. It's telling you how it came up with this. You could legit take this and convert this into a prompt, but that's crazy. That's really crazy that it shows you like how it did it. It took 53 seconds to do that. Okay.
And it
so-
allows you to edit it.
Yeah, thank you. That's the part that's crazy. Okay, so what I could work on, pacing and focus with the package. The entire first minute is again briefly around 1:30. You're trying to open the package. While it can create that's what I was trying to do, create the casual behind the scenes, it significantly delays you getting to your main point. Yeah, because I didn't have my knife with me. But I did the package opening on purpose. If you didn't watch the video, none of this makes sense, so go watch the damn video. I was opening the package on purpose to just try the concept of doing something non-related while you're doing it so it doesn't look like a stuffy video, right? That was the intent. I did that on purpose. Okay.
But you destroyed the package. I mean, that was reusable bag.
Hey, you know what, Paul? Sorry. It was pissing me off, so I got mad. What do you want from me? Either open the package before you start recording the content, or make sure the unboxing is very quick, deliberate part, the intro if it's relevant. Yeah, so again, my point was to break up and not make it look so polished, but I definitely screwed up that opening. So it's the fact that it knows that just fucking hurts my brain. That's just crazy. Okay. Your core message about reframing fear and excitement, making executive decisions, be comfortable is powerful. However, it takes you a while to fully land it around 5:15 onwards. The initial anecdote about the stream is good, but the journey to the core analogy could be more direct. Okay, cool. Well taken. Consider structuring.
How did it, question here.
Huh.
How the hell did this watch a 13-minute video and understand that you were having trouble opening the package?
Because it's not a human, right? It basically can watch the video at like 15, 20x. It can analyze every frame that
watching
quick.
it at 120x.
Yeah. Think about when you are putting a Gaussian blur on a video because you're trying to like hide witness protection program, right? So it takes every image and puts the blur on every image, and it can do that really in like 4 or 5 seconds sometimes, even if it's a 30-minute video. So it is actually looking at every frame. That's how quick computers are. It's funny when we think about it. Freaking phenomenal question, by the way, Paul, but it's funny when you think about it, but it's way faster than us. So it's kind of insane. All right. So then it says, the energy is good, the fidgeting with the package and looking for a knife and later playing with the lip balm. Yo, I had to. Can divert attention, the dynamic background, which is part of your style. But these smaller unintentional movements are what viewers might notice. Okay, yeah, fully understand that. Be mindful of objects in your hand if they're not props for your message. If you need lip balm, apply it quickly before or after the segment. Keep your hands free, using them deliberately, like gesturing to your later points. All right, cool. 100% taken. Like, boom. You can't be mad at it because now you're not be like, oh, well, while Paul putting on lip balm, why I said that. It's like, oh, Paul's just being mean or Paul's coming after me. Like, no, bitch. I kind of want to, look, this is mean. Nobody outside of this channel bring this up. I want to scan this past the people in the eCam community who be trying to tell us that they doing it right and we're messing them up. I just want to run their video through Google AI Studio and let Google explain it to you. Pimp, you put in too much crap in your screen thinking that you're helping. You're not. Like all your twirling and jumping up and down, and I need eCam to make my transitions. Gemini would be like, no, bitch, no. And the thing that's really smart about this, you know what, Paul? The thing that's really smart about this is it knows what YouTube wants because, well, it's YouTube. So, yeah. Okay. So this is really cool. It did rip your new a-hole, but now this is where you put the positive ones. And if your ego is fragile, flip the prompt in. Read the positive ones first, and then go read the negative ones. If you like that, or tell it to flip flop if your ego is soft, right? Anyway, authenticity and relatability. Boom. Especially at this time frame and this time frame. Pay attention to that. That's how you tighten up your videos. Your casual conversational style makes it very approachable. When you talk about making an executive decision and being comfortable and illustrate that you learn the nature of fear with the story about your niece, is incredibly relatable. The bespectacled child analogy also resonates, right? Any of y'all, Paul, did you wear glasses when you was a wee children? Or is that something you picked up older? Right? Did you watch? I don't know if you saw the video. Do you see the video yet? Yeah.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, the video that this thing is talking about.
I watched all this.
Oh, I know you commented. I know you commented, but I didn't know if Paul had watched it because he busy. But dude, that was for me. I think when I dug back into my brain and tried to figure out where I initially started to get scared about public speaking, it was standing up and going to the board. And, the first two people that called me Four Eyes, but never said that after recess. But like it, even though I knocked the shit out of them, don't trust me. I went home and fretted about it. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't going to stand for the bullying. That's just not how I got down. And I had to establish myself. But I also, at a young age, at about 5th grade, I got, let's take the kids from the hood and send them to the suburb schools. And it sounded like a good decision, but it was kind of brutal if you were not able to handle being teased every single day or getting all the stupid racist comments. So the fact that it knew that and it says that it resonates, you're not presenting as the flawless guru. Okay, I want y'all to see that piece right there. I say this constantly. I bitch about this constantly, about the people that's trying to come in, and I want the audience to think that I know what I'm talking about, or this, that, and the third, or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you got to stop trying to be an expert, homie. Like, just be you. People don't want that. They want the quote unquote, flawed protagonist. That's the word I'm looking for. But as someone who's figured it out, making it much more trustworthy. Boom. Engaging delivery and passion throughout, right? Nailed it. You speak with a genuine passion and energy. Your vocal variety, hand gestures. We're not occupied by the package. Listen, bitch, don't re-bring. Me and Jim and I could have gone back after this. I'm gonna have to take this thing to task. You directly address everybody with fam and y'all. Keep the viewers engaged. The conviction in your voice when you say fear and excitement is identical in your brain is palpable and makes the point stick. Damn, this is fancy, son. This is fancy cooking right here, right? You got a powerful core analogy, fight or flight versus fear and excitement. The concept that fear and excitement are the same physiological response is about how you choose to interpret that label, fight or flight. This fantastic, memorable takeaway. This is the strongest part of your message and provides a truly actionable mental shift for viewers. Examples of positive and negative adrenaline rushes really drive this home. Here's what I want you to see. This piece right here are the shorts that you create. You got, see, look at it. Bald over there is giggling. Bald Paul is giggling because he knows what I'm saying.
I got 900 videos to put in here now.
Yeah, yo, fam, right? Is that not the shorts that you make? Like, it's giving you the freaking blueprint.
You only have to go and look at what shorts I've been doing recently because I worked it out in my head. But this is a whole new tool.
Isn't this crazy? Like, yo, this is just saucy, right? So here's some other videos to expand upon this series. Practical steps, turning camera fear into on-screen excitement. Dive deeper into how to make that mental flip. Offer 3 to 5 concrete techniques that viewers can use right before they hit record. Power posing, dude, I like the power posing. That's brilliant. Affirmations, quick physical exercise, reframing negative, and say, I am excited to share. Boom, love it. The technical comfort blanket. How your setup can reduce. Come on, son. Come on. How your setup can reduce camera anxiety. Discuss how good camera angles, proper lighting, which you have, clear audio, and even using a teleprompter or bullet points can make someone feel prepared and less anxious, thus more comfortable in a practical sense. This is a fantastic video right there, right? What if they judge me? Overcoming the fear and negative feedback. First of all, they're going to judge you. Everybody's judging you somewhere. Address the common fear what others will think. Talk about identifying your target audience, the inevitability of some criticism, and strategies for handling negative comments and disengaging from them. Bingo.
Then just take them out back and beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, that's my answer. Never run out of things to say. Content ideas for the camera shot creator. Many fear camera because they don't know what to talk about or fear they'll freeze up. Provide a framework for content generations, batching ideas, structuring videos, blah, blah, blah. And then my journey to fight mode. How I personally conquered my on-camera nerves by just deciding. Expand your personal executive decision. And what did it look like in practice? Do you have moments of doubt? What small wins built your confidence over time? And more detailed personal story, making it far. No, listen, this is a great foundation for a series. I didn't say that. It said that. But I would have said that too. Son, listen, I feel bad for the people that just decided that because Mary Lou can't come today, they're not coming because they're not hearing this.
Honestly, you should run this every time you do a video to find out where you're improving and what you're failing.
Yes. This is what I'm saying to the people who are just starting out and trying to figure out how to get better. Like, this is phenomenal. This is crazy balls. So get in there, and play with this. This is sick. Right? Right, David? This is absolutely sick. What I want to know, David, when you try this, I want you to try two. I want you to try a song that you can play with your eyes closed backwards in your sleep. And ask it to compare it to the original. See if it can pull that off. Then I want you to try it with the song that you feel meh or mediocre about and see if it can give you practical musical tips on swinging that 16th or, tightening up the chord progression. I wonder if it's that smart. Because, son, I wonder if it's that smart seeing your fingers or not seeing your fingers too. Because I'm with Paul. Like, its ability, it analyzed the video to the fact that it even knows that the lights are blinking back there.
In 20 seconds.
But you also have to realize that it's not looking at a video. It's looking at ones and zeros.
No,
which you can read.
Yeah, videos are ones and zeros too, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
correct. It's processing the raw data, if you will. So just so much you can do with this. All right, I'm going to give you, I talked about this in the flow, but this would be good for you, Paul, Senior. This came up at our lawyers conference with Gigi was putting on. And it was like, take your website and tell ChatGPT to run that against the eyes of your target customer and see if you need to change any of your copy to better hit the emotions and speak to your target customer. Because we write words as they come to us, and it's just there for the site. Or you paid somebody to make the site, all of the above. But you know your target audience now.
Something Gemini has got me on recently, which over the time frame of doing this, it is not about how many views you get. It is about how many clients you win.
Yes. For what we do. Yes.
I could have a video that hits 100,000. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's how many of them I'm able to convert to who are people that watch the topic again and again.
This is what I'm trying to scream, people, because people are still stuck on views and subscribers, and I'm like, well, it depends. We're not little kids. we're not trying to figure out how to win a popularity contest. We're trying to figure out how to pay some bills. And
Do
so,
you know one of the things I've learnt now, and I'm judging videos on, is by how many comments I get for the amount of views. There's
yeah,
a percentage factor.
yeah.
That is more important than anything.
So
Why am
yeah,
I?
no, because
Oh,
I'm
you're
just showing
sharing
like
screen.
I'm
Right.
showing like for Paul, right? You're trying to find
Oh, we're working. If you remember looking at this a while back, I mean, we're
oh, it looked
working on
totally
this
different.
non-stop.
Yeah. All right. So say you're
And
trying
you
to
know, Gemini
find
will
this
actually
host.
fetch products from your shop.
Oh, dude, that's gangster. Listen, okay, so this is cool, right? This is a good idea. So you're trying to find this vent duct for your cooker. I use Paul's words. You could actually
Yeah.
have it scrub this, look at the various sections, and figure out, do you need to change any verbiage that will help you sell this product better,
Well,
right?
it's the check compatibility bit that's the very important bit, because I can't expose that to go. You need to go to another product because that's a universal one. Yeah.
Okay,
Go back one and go to an element.
I'll go to cooker and ovens, and then we'll get a
Uh,
heating element. Here's a heat element. Dude, I remember these ceramic heat elements. So
right.
select
So
it.
you got your brands there. The, I have to keep this data hidden, but it's also got to be searchable. So I can't expose that data to the trade because they'll be coming to my website just to scrape me left, right, and center. So
Mm.
I've got to keep that. And also, customers have got to confirm that they're buying the right part. There's
Well,
lots of work we're doing on
but
it.
you
You
know
can see
what's
some
going
of
to
the text.
happen soon, which I see happening very soon? Like, it has the ability already, because most of these sites were out before even the first AI scrub, except for brand new models, to know that this exact part fits in like 20 different ovens, right?
Yeah.
So I could probably say, if I was looking at this part, what the part name is called the ECA 2002? That the whole part?
No, it's just Echo is a trade thing. If you just take the number will be enough.
Right. So tell me which ovens this fit in. It would tell you. So you could do that now. If you're about to buy something to fix something and you're not sure if it's going to fit, and a lot of times the website is messy. For instance, when you look for car parts on Amazon, the website can be messy because it lies about things. And then you also got to remember to update your car. WEATTERTECH. Let me see. So let's say I wanted to put these weather techs, right? Amazon says, "Do you want this for the 2015 BMW X3?" Well, no, I got to add a new vehicle because it's 2025 now. It wasn't back then, but so you come here and you got to update. So you got to go to 2025, and then you got to go to BMW, and then you got to go to the X3 at the bottom. Okay, so now that's a new one. So it's like this doesn't fit. But if you got one and it's like you're not sure if Amazon had it right, you could take this number and say WeatherTech, 4440 blah, 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 does this fit the BMW X3? Hit the search button or the deep research button, and it will go and find it for you. So it'll be pretty soon that Paul's going to be able to connect this API up to his how to repair site to help him sell more parts. Like, this is the world we live in now, fam. This is crazy. If you can't figure out how to make this crap work for you, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't. It's way too much fun. It's way too much fun. Here, so then look, Amazon has stepped up a lot. Amazon even has Rufus. You can tell Rufus, I need to find some weather techs that fit red and black, because we have white with red and black interior. Ooh, that's sexy. Does it fit my car? Yes, it does fit. I ain't buying no $29 mats though for a Beamer. That's real ignorant. But it's just kind of crazy, like where we're at right now. We're in such a good spot. We're in absolutely such a good spot. It's nuts. I'm finishing up a book for you guys, and think I'm going to pass it along, but I want to finish it. So far, the beginning of it is juicy, but it might be another good one for you guys to get into. I'll pass it on when I get there. But yeah, this is dope. Thank you, Paul and Paul. All right, I got work to do because I'm leaving on Thursday thanks to this other old fart over here.
Blame it on me.
He always does.
Yeah,
Is
I
she
have to
doing
be
TikTok
careful because
dances?
I'm probably
What the
going
hell
to.
is she doing, Ty? Is she doing TikTok dances back there? Is she on a treadmill?
Have to
You
be.
don't see that.
I don't. Okay,
No, that's why the camera was off. I just didn't want you guys to think I wasn't here.
it's a figment of the imagination. Okay, I'm like, we doing TikTok
Is that a
dances
drum
over here.
machine back there? Or a drum?
It's TikTok dances. Anyway, this is so good, and I'm just telling you, you guys got to get in there and play. I will keep bringing you the updates when they come, but like the updates that have come out recently with Sora. Sorry, I pronounced it the Japanese way. The Sora updates are phenomenal. The Gemini updates are phenomenal. ChatGPT updates are phenomenal. Just go in there and try stuff that you might have tried before that didn't work, but you're like, I really wish this worked. Go try it again. So, Paul, what you're on is good. I would just keep messing with it because it's only going to improve over the next couple of weeks.
Well, I'm going to be messing with the one you just gave us because
It is
that
kind of
needs
sick,
definitely
right?
looking at.
Yeah, it is kind of sick. You can just take it and give it your page or a screenshot of all your thumbnails and be like, where are my content gaps? You know, it's like going to your cousin and be like, where the weed at? Like, it knows what to do. It's so good. It is so good. I'm mind blown by how this stuff has been working. All right, gang, I got to go jump and do some work. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Yeah, let's keep pushing.
Thank you for that number one tip.
Yeah, that was dope. Thanks for the question, Ty. It was super helpful. I hope you figured out what to do. I'll be looking forward to your super chat pop-ups coming up. All right, I will see you Thursday, Paul, or Friday morning, actually.
Friday morning.
You get in
See you in
40 minutes
Boston.
after me. I'm wondering if I should go get the car while I'm waiting for you to get out the plane.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, okay. All right. Pasta lasagna. Bye.
Bye.
Where's this button? I don't even know how to work the stream no more.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down.